serving 3 million pints a week.
It's just on every single high street up and down the country.
Plus more than 500,000 breakfasts.
Obviously it's very popular because it's classic English fry-up.
It's the chain that revolutionised an entire industry.
Wetherspoons don't behave like a pub operator.
Stack them high, sell them cheap. And that's what you're getting from a Wetherspoons.
It's where the post office workers go when they finish their shifts. It's where the teachers go. It's where old ladies go and sit on their own.
You can go in there and see young families, and then you can see huge gatherings. And I think for me, it is a McDonald's type of brand. You always can be quite surprised at who you might see in there.
You might well be surprised at the look of the place too, because this is the first sign of how they do things differently. From converted cinemas to former opera houses, from renovated churches to local landmarks, the setting often couldn't be grander. And there's some real money to be made from the dinner crowd. So, how do they draw them in? Answer: put one well-loved pub dish on the menu, attach a low price next to it, and then stick the word club at the end.
The food clubs were really popular, and there was a club available every day of the week, Mexican Monday, where they did like burritos.
The club nights would make it just that little bit more special.
Tuesday night was the steak club, probably one of the most popular ones.
45 million steaks a year is some number, isn't it? And they know their public. They know what they want.
Fish and chips on a Friday, really big hitter as well.
Probably not going to be the best fish and chips as in seaside aroma, but it's going to be decent enough on your plate to feel substantial and wash it down with a pint. Wetherspoons don't behave like a pub operator. You can see the grocery market in there who do actually change the prices on a daily basis of all of their brands and goods because they're constantly comparing to the competition.
There's a reason why they act more like a grocer than a pub when it comes to pricing. When founder Tim Martin was starting out, he did what no one else was doing, studying the cutthroat behaviour of supermarkets. Not in Britain, but in America.
Looking at a business model like Walmart, a huge international grocery store that's had phenomenal growth and success, and trying to understand how you can steal with pride certain elements of that and bring them into a completely different sector.
By studying the States, Martin led a pub revolution in Britain, starting with opening hours. Well, this chain has another persuasive tactic. Offer us coffee at a low price and then let us drink as much as we like.
The notion that you can knock yourself out with as much caffeine as you want is a tick in the box. It's an idea of, yes, I want to feel good about this brand because they are giving me so much value for my money.
But let's be honest, no one really has the stomach or the time for endless coffee refills with their breakfast. In 2019, the chain served up lunches to thousands of customers every week. Ordinary customers like you and me. Oh, and arguably the world's biggest male singing star.
Wetherspoons referenced an Ed Sheeran song. It's popular culture. You've gone beyond just a business and a brand. You are part of a lifestyle, a culture.
Next, the price of all this success. Hey, Bill. Fancy a pint? You'll be lucky. Since the early 2000s, almost a quarter of Britain's boozers have closed down. But bucking the trend, Wetherspoon. Over that same period, they've opened nearly 600 branches. But not everything's gone their way recently. When Britain first went into lockdown, even they had to call time on their regulars.
Every business and industry has changed, probably forever, because of COVID-19 and the pandemic that hit. It's particularly hit the hospitality industry. We know there was the close down of pubs completely.
From plucky underdog to mighty competitor has been rapid, and the fight back inevitable. One of those leading it is Ned Poulter, independent pub fan tech genius and app co-inventor.
So the app is called Wetherspoons. It helps to highlight independent pubs to individuals and give them more information about it.
So this is Manchester city centre. All the red pins are showing us the Wetherspoons. Near us, I'm going to turn off all of the red pins so we can only see the green pins now, which represent the independent pubs. On the details page we can see opening times as well as a bit more detail.
It's going to happen for businesses at a certain size and scale because people don't like supporting faceless organisations or organisations that feel too big or too bold. But I think just like Wetherspoons disrupted the market to start with, this app has started disrupting them.
The former Royal Victoria Pavilion in Ramsgate is Gary Freer's local. When it opened in 2017, it was billed as Britain's biggest. And as far as this company's concerned, the bigger, the better.
The Wetherspoons model works on size and scale. It's about getting a lot of people in a place to buy a lot of things. I think they are a good reader of the general public and generally trends that are about to happen. And I think that's the thing for Wetherspoons all the time. How do you get more people through the door? How do you appease or please most of the people most of the time?
Getting that answer right time and again led the pub chain to the top and turned the industry on its head in the process. Going down spoons became a common expression, but since the pandemic hit, it's not as common as it used to be. In October 2020, the pub chain announced its first loss since 1984, £105.4 million to be exact. So, can this revolutionary brand reverse its recent fortunes and overcome a health crisis and a recession?
Got to always think of something. How do you make each year better than last? And I'm sure there'll be many different changes coming in, as the company progresses forward.
Whilst it isn't for everyone, as long as the price matches the quality, I think they've got a model there for life.